It's the ghetto dinner table.
It's the ghetto dinner table. Hey, it's Happy Chevy. Look, welcome to the ghetto dinner table, y'all. It's your girl, Heavy Chevy. Tez isn't in the building today, y'all. Tez couldn't make it today, so I'm doing the show today solo. Solo. Well, I ain't doing it solo because I got y'all, so it's just us tonight. But what's on the menu? What's on the menu, guys? Check it out. Flown out and broke, baby. Flown out and broke. Have you ever been flown out? And if you were flown out, did you have your own spending money? Did you have your own money for just in case it didn't work out? Or did you just go all willy nilly and just gonna have faith in the person that you meeting online that's flying you out? Let's talk about it. We came up with this topic. We came up with this topic because we saw a TikTok about a young lady who had an online thing with a guy and he wanted to fly her out or whatever. Um, She said everything was going good basically until she got on the flight. Once she was on the flight, mid-air conversation stopped. Um, and she basically didn't have any money to get home. So I'm just like, wow, how you don't have no money to get home? How you flown out and broke? How you flown out and broke? Um, it's just no way. That was not very smart on that young lady's part. But you won't believe how many people uh, do go out and and they ain't got no money. Me personally, I ain't doing that. I can't. I'm not putting my faith and my livelihood and my life in nobody else's hands, especially when I don't have to. Um, I at the end of the day, I got me, and if I can't pay, if that trip you promising to pay for me, if I can't pay that trip on my own, then I'm not going. You know what I mean? I'll let you spend the cash on it, but if I can't have the money in my wallet to get myself back home just in case I ain't going. Uh Matter of fact, how I'm built, I'm not going nowhere broke when I'm in my own city, let alone somewhere else. What's that saying? Ludacris had in his song. If you ain't got no money, stay your broke ass home. And that's what I be doing, y'all. Like I don't go if I don't have the money to pay for myself, I'm not going. And I'm just not, I'm not and I've never been a beggar, I'm not looking for nobody to, I pay for whatever I need when I'm out. I got me. But even if I'm on a date and the guy's paying, for the date or whatever, but I'm not going on no, if I don't have no money, I'm not going on a date. Even if you paying for it, cool and all. But if I don't have no money in my pocket to pay for me, just in case something go wrong, I ain't going. I'm not going, y'all. I'd rather be home and stay home where I'm safe. You know what I mean? Where I ain't, why put myself through that's stressful to me. Like having to, can you imagine taking somebody word that they gonna treat you good? You come out to their city and they flying you out and you get there. Or even if you get there, that's like for instance, if you get there and okay, you're there and you still depending on him to show you around, show you a good time. What about your room and board? Like, are you going to be at a hotel? You're going to be at, so all those things have to be like planned out and planned out well. And still in all, I'm still going to have me a backup plan just in case you're not the man that you say you are. And fellas, are any guys out there getting flown out? Is any sugar mamas flying you guys out? If so, let us know. Hit us up at the 872-228 7744. Because this isn't just a lady topic, I don't think. I know some women out there probably spending some money on some of these young men to come be flown out and be seen. Sorry about that fire truck if you guys heard it. But yeah, so it's like, it's a no for me. I just can't do it. And then what if you get there and well, you already know, he's flying you out because he's expecting, he wants a good time. So you don't think you just going there and you ain't giving it up because you're going to get you up out them jobs, girl. Like, that's the main reason you're going, right? To have a good time. And the F and flown out stands for fucking. So let's be clear. So you can't be going out there telling me, I don't want to do nothing. I what I came here for. And what no. That's what you're there for, honey. And then if you do that and he gets mad because, hey, I done paid your way and you ain't trying to fuck. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, uh, yeah. So it would be a no for me unless there's just, I'm not going nowhere where I ain't got no money, but I'm talking about as far as if you don't being flown out and all that, you know what I'm saying? Ladies, just be, mindful and be careful out there and have a way to get home. Have your own money, like, and how you starting off depending on the person. Well, being flown out to me is fun anyway. Like, it's nothing to take seriously because for one, you both of you are in different, cities. So what y'all really doing for real, but flying out for a weekend, having sex, and going your separate ways. If a guy's flying me out, he gonna have to send me the money, baby. You're gonna have to send me the money, send me the funds through Zelle, preferably. But yeah, so I can pay for my own round trip. You know what I'm saying? So if things go left, I can still get on that plane. Cause if you pay for the ticket and you feel away, you can always cancel that flight. Like, you ain't paying for You know what I'm saying? And then here I am, I'm stuck. So that could never be me. One thing about me though, I've always been an overthinker. So I'm going to think about A, B, C, D, and E, baby, and may possibly a F. So, cause it just ain't no way. Like, it just ain't no way. Um, but yeah, that's my perspective. Like, heavy Chevy ain't going unless I can afford to pay for the trip too. You know what I'm saying? And have my money in my pocket as a backup if I need to jet out. You know what I'm saying? Like Beyonce say, to the left, yeah. And then I know I saw another TikTok where a girl, the guy did fly her out, but his girlfriend was on his ass. And he had a girlfriend. And he got caught up. And like those kind of things. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's just another example. Like, girlfriend was chasing them, and I gotta find that TikTok. I guess I should have freshened up about that actual video before I came on here. But yeah, so it's like, girl, y'all have to do better. Y'all get to see the free trip, and y'all get excited and lose all y'all train of thought when. Come on now, like, this is still life. This isn't a game. This is you playing with your real life here with a stranger. I don't give a damn how long y'all DM each other, or even if you have a couple FaceTimes, that's still a stranger. That's someone behind a computer, a phone. You don't know them. You know what I mean? So you're taking a chance. And if you're going to take that chance, just be smart about taking a chance. Like, don't let no man be able to have you nowhere stranded where you ain't got a way to get home. Like, let's just make it make sense, though. And you'll be surprised how many people do this. And it's the going out of town broke for me, like, because I ain't doing it just regular, let alone out of town, thousands of miles away. It's like, no. And I never forget I had a friend. This doesn't do anything with out of town, but I had a broke friend. She's always never had no money, but always want to go out though. And it just never failed. And then she was such a beggar. And I'll never forget this one time we were going to a club, and I guess I can't remember how it all went, but we had to pay to get in, and I think it was like $30. And she didn't have $30 to get in. So mind you, my other two homies that was there, they weren't fucking with her on getting her in. They was really leaving her there outside. But how are we gonna leave her outside? And she came with us. So it's like, damn, okay, I'm gonna fit the tab. Fuck it. Um, so I get her in or whatever. She promised to pay me back. It took her about 6 months to pay me back. Look, y'all, $30. So it's just like, yeah. But that's her MO. Like she never always wanted to hang out on the streets, but never had no money to hang out on the streets. Or depending on other people, to get her home. That's like I ain't it ain't never nah look, nah baby. It ain't never been that deep for me, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like and she would do it all the time. It wasn't like and I'll never forget another time we were out at a bar and again she ain't got no money, so this lady next to us wasn't in our group. We didn't know this lady. She was eating a plate of hot wings or something. Do you know this girl asked this lady, could I have one of your wings? And the lady throw ass back a wing like, bitch. Like, yeah, just bum behavior. That's definitely bum behavior. Let's not have bum behavior. You're already getting flown out for free. Come on now, you got the Chanel purse, but nothing in the Chanel purse. No money in the Chanel purse. Like, or is the Chanel purse a fake? I don't know, but it's like, come on now, y'all. Like, let's think, be smarter. It's 2026. It's a lot of crazies out here, especially online. You can't be that naive. You'll find yourself putting your life in danger just for a good time. So I just want to say, just be careful, guys. There's nothing wrong with having fun. And I ain't saying, I ain't judging. And it's okay to have fun, but let's be smart about having fun. That's all I'm saying is be smart when you're having fun, y'all. So if you're getting flown out, just, tell that man to run that money to, let you book your own flight. So at least you can get back on the flight. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just like, yeah, y'all, you just got to do better with that. Um, so that's what this week's episode is. Flown out and broke, y'all. How you flown out and you broke? How you flown out and you broke? How you flown out and you broke? How you flown? I think I might make a song, a little 1, 2 or something. What y'all think? Oh, and since we're talking about songs, let me just talk about. I dropped a song July 10th. I dropped a song. It's called Nana Baby, by Heavy Chevy. Please stream now and be mindful that it's more than one Heavy Chevy. It's actually a couple of Heavy Chevys, but I had 3 singles. One is No Contact, one is Questions, and the one that just came out is Nana Baby. Those are my only 3 songs. Anything other than that, they're not mine. They don't belong to me. Shout out to the people who joined me on Station Head was that Friday? We had a Nana Baby streaming party. I appreciate that. You guys for hanging out with me. It was only a couple people though. Shout out to y'all, like I said. I might do it again next weekend because I want to do another one. Them streams be kind of going up a little bit too, y'all. Somebody listening. So I'm appreciative. I get all my streams, most of my streams on Apple Music. Why I don't know, but I don't know. Maybe not that many people have Spotify or something, but I get most of my streams off of Apple, and that's been with all of my songs so far. So I kind of got me a little small little catalog, y'all. The 3 songs. But yeah, so it's the Ghetto Dinner Table, y'all. Make sure y'all check out my new single once again on our baby. We'll be back next week, next Thursday. Oh, next Thursday's topic is spanking kids. Do you think it's okay to spank your children or kids in period? Even if you don't have kids, do you think it's okay to spank kids, or are you more of a timeout person, or do you think it's okay to hit your kids? So we're gonna discuss that. Is hitting your kids okay? And then other than that, that's it. And we will, Tess will be sitting here. I don't know if he'll be sitting here because we might do it remote next time. We might do it remote, uh, where I'll be here, but he might be somewhere else, and we'll just do it remotely if he's not able to, make it with here with me personally, in person. Y'all guys like be lifing sometimes, and it just is what it is. Everything's not gonna be perfect. We're gonna try our best, but we have lives outside of the podcast, and things come up sometimes that out of our hands. So, and it just is what it is. Just like this past couple of weeks when we went on here, excuse me, because like I said, we were celebrating our birthdays. His birthday was first, and he went out of town and did his thing. Then when he came back, I left right out of town right after him. So it's just like I say, things happen. So it just is what it is. But sometimes I might be up here without him, and sometimes he might be up here without me. But nothing's changed. It's still the ghetto dinner table. But on that note, we appreciate you guys. Please hit that like button, hit that notification button, subscribe, please. We need like 20 more subscribers so we can go live on YouTube, y'all. We want to do some live stuff too, but until we get those other 20 subscribers, we are just stuck. So to all my listeners on Spotify and Apple, what's up to y'all? How y'all doing? But can you please go over to YouTube, to the Ghetto Dinner Table, and hit the subscribe button so we can do some live shows. Because we like going live, y'all. We want to go live. And even some of our audience from our old station head said they can't wait for us to go live. Like they missed the live. And we do too, because it's more interactive and you guys can come up and talk, and, we can talk to y'all. So it's just like different. So yeah, it's more engaging, and I want to be engaged with you guys because we're trying to build a community here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we at this point, we damn that family, right? So it's like, yeah, come on now. It's the ghetto dinner table. We out. We'll see you next Thursday. Peace.